Well guys, it's time to start bringing some seed in. And this is where we store it, which as you can tell has some age on it. And we have nursed several leaks in the roof for several years. One year we even just about ruined half a bag of beans because we didn't catch it. So we're going to try and take care of some of these leaks. One that you guys can obviously see, it's a hole.
That's the one that's probably been dripping here.
That's the one that ruined about half a mini bulk on us one year. It wasn't that much.
No.
But it was definitely had some beans growing in it. Then I think we got a couple over here. One right there. I don't know if my finger's in the right spot, but you can see the daylight. But it's a very old shed that has probably not got the proper TLC that it's deserved over the years. Yeah, where the wood is kind of rotten. We've got one here too. So there's, 3 or 4 different spots that, 2 main spots that actually leak on the seed. Not that they don't all need fixed, but those are the main issues that we're gonna try and at least get sealed up today. So we realized that there are some 2x4s inside that need replaced. But that's not happening today. So we're going to take some lovely roof cement, nasty tar stuff that works really well. And I'm just going to roam the roof and try and find these holes and slap some tar on them.
We need to extend the ladder first.
Yeah, that's a little...
Oh my gosh, I did not dress
You did not
for
prepare.
this weather.
You're still in Cayman Island weather. You're not. Now I understand why they're called carpenter jeans. Got all kinds of pockets in there.
How are you gonna do that with?
It's all for YouTube, Dad. I don't need hands.
Don't step on that.
That's pretty sketchy. You should have put it down on the door. In case you guys were wondering, Dad does not like heights. There's a little bit of water standing in here, but I think it's just the fact that they're not exactly level or graded the correct way. Okay, we made it. What?
I'm going in.
Okay. Leave me out here. Okay, I'm roaming around. I don't have a clue where anything's at. Oh, what's this? All right. Yep. Is that the one? Okay. All right, I'm going to slap some cement on it. Oh yeah, love it. Check this stuff out, guys. Anybody see? Not gonna take much. Just like that. See any light? Cool. Alright, we're going to leave that right here. Let's go find another one. Actually, I'm just going to take my... Okay. Oh, I bet you this is it. Right there? Is that it? I think he's on the phone. He's not listening to me. Yep, he's definitely on the phone. Is this the correct way to fix leaks, guys? I don't really know. It's the way we're doing it today, though. Alright. There's two. Those were the two main ones. Let me get another shot of roof tar, roof cement. Let's go find another spot. Don't step on the skylight, you might fall through. Oh, well, that can't be good. That can't be sealed. I bet it is now. Oh, I bet you that hole leaks too. Well, I think I ended up patching probably close to, a dozen spots. I'm sure I missed some, but can't be any worse than it was, right? Scared him. All right, let's see if he can catch this. Are you ready?
Wait.
Seriously.
Oh man, that's heavy. Holy crap.
So not my best idea?
No.
Alright, well, that probably wasn't my smartest idea. But I had faith in Dad. I thought he'd catch it. Instead, he dropped it right on the lid. So that's going to be fun next time we go to open it. Now, open it won't be bad. It'll be getting it shut the next time. Something that literally took 10 minutes to walk that roof should have been done probably 5 years ago, easy. Because we let a lot of water run inside this for something that was so easy to patch.
Isn't that the truth?
I definitely got that one. I can see the tar I pushed through. I know I got that one. I don't see any light through that one anymore. And then the ones that were along this joint here, probably patched several nails on that joint that weren't even leaking, but I made sure I got at least all the ones. Ooh, ouch. Doors need some work too. I told you guys, it's an old shed. Well, it's been several hours since we finished that other shed. Because, well, I've been busy sweeping another small bin. But I'm done with that now, and we have one decent-sized hole, well, leak. I'm sure it's just a nail head that's come loose in this bin that we're going to try and get patched real quick before what you can obviously tell is rain. So, walking around on a wet roof, 16 feet in the air. This could get interesting. Let's get it done before it really starts raining. I'm not lugging that whole gallon jug up there this time, though. I think this should be more than enough if it's anything like what we were thinking. But it's probably best for me not to.
Let's not take the camera.
Where we at?
A foot to your right. Yeah, don't come sliding at us. They just throw that down.
Dustin's back. Well, I made it up and down safely. Probably wasn't the smartest idea we've had going up there after it started raining. But hey, we made it. The hole's patched and, well, if I wasn't recording, none would be the wiser. But it's cold, it's the end of the day, and that's it for today. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Well, that cold, nasty rain is out of here. It's about 63 degrees for a high today. And, well, feels amazing, but it left us with a muddy mess. So, back at this bin that I just got running the other day, we've got a bean contract we started this morning. We were hoping to be able to get up here and start pulling beans out of this, but we're at a landlord's house. This is pretty much their backyard, and well, we really don't want to tear it up. So unfortunately, I think we're going to hold off on this bin for a while just to let the driveway solidify a little bit. And not to mention, looks like they wanted a couple old power poles that got dropped off. And we're going to have to move them over there in order to get our tractor and auger in here. And then just a few other pieces that we might have to move in order to get the tractor far enough forward. If we're going to wait 3, 4, 5 days because we've got more rain supposed to come in a couple days, I don't know that we want the auger up here for a week without hauling.
Not really.
Not really? Not when we've got a couple corn bins back closer to the farm that we may end up pulling from. Yeah.
And there's going to be an overlap there where it'd be nice to have the auger both places. So.
Yeah. If we do have to pull out of a small bin, I'd rather track up our property than tear up a landlord's backyard. So unfortunately, we were hopeful, but I think this bin's going to have to wait for now. I can walk on them without hardly sinking.
Problems?
Chew on them.
Those are chewy.
Yeah, I went down a few. Elbow deep or so, and they got a lot crunchier.
No, enough. We don't want to pull
It's
on
up above. It would make me nervous pulling on it.
Yeah.
So, probably need to get up there with a shovel.
Yeah.
I've got one shovel in the truck. I'll let you go up and start shoveling, and I'll make sure you're okay from down here.
Or you could shovel, and I'll stand up there and make sure you're okay.
You know, I really hate wasting a day as beautiful as this in the shop. But it's literally so muddy outside, you don't even want to get away from the center of the gravel road, or you're making ruts in the road. So, with that being said, I got the doors open at least, but we are going to be in the shop for the rest of this afternoon, and I'm going to be working and hopefully almost finishing this 2001 GMC, replacing the injectors. So as you can tell, I've spent about an entire day on this already. These are the injectors. Obviously 4 on this side, 4 on that side. Everything over the engine, everything right here. You can literally see through the wheel well to the ground has all been pulled out. And all I've got left to do, I've got to get the fuel return lines off, and then I'm ready to start pulling the injectors. And that's the part that makes me nervous. Hope it goes smoothly from here on out. Only time will tell. That wasn't too bad. Alright, well, at this point, I think I am ready to pull the injectors, guys. This is what I've been nervous for. I've seen videos, yeah, on YouTube as well. These things can be a bugger to get out. A little trick that I saw online was that you could take the old fuel injector line, thread it back on, and use that to kind of, oh, look at that. It's like somebody knew what they were talking about. Oh, guys. Those look terrible. That one's a little tighter. Whoops. Yeah, those are rough. But that's what I'm changing them for. Oh, man. Wow. I'm gonna have to work on that one a little bit. Okay, I got some good news and some bad news for you guys. I got all 4 injectors out, 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1 and 2 looked pretty good. This one, you can guys easily see why they need replaced. And the back injector, which I think is actually cylinder number 8, was so tight that we pulled the entire injector cup out with it, which is not a good thing. So we moved the injector cup on this one, so I think this injector cup, I'm nervous just to hammer it back in because we did compromise the seals. So yeah, I may have just created a little more work for myself with that injector cup, but we spent probably half an hour trying to get that injector out. So at that point, if it was going to come out, it was going to come out with the cup. There's nothing I could have done. So right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and cover that back up. And let's get over here where it's even tighter and see if we can get the next 4 out. Anybody want to take a guess if these 4 are going to come out easily or not? I would venture to say that there's no way all 4 of these are going to come out smooth. It's just not the way things work. Well, 1 came out easy. Oh, yeah. See if Power Bar will help me out a little bit. Alright, guys. Fun's over. I don't want to do this anymore. Well, I've only managed to get 2 out so far, and, well, guess what? Injector cup came out with this one as well. I've still got the last 2 injectors in there, and they're by far the most buried ones. So far, I've had 2 injectors come out. This injector, I definitely moved the cup in the head. So I've pretty much broke the seals on that. It's going to have to be removed, resealed. So at this point, I'm going to have the removal tool for that cup. So I think regardless of whether any more come out or not, I think I'm pretty much to the point where I'm going to have to remove the cups. I'm just going to reseal them all and basically start from scratch with them. Because if you guys don't know how a diesel engine works and how these injectors specifically, so when this is in the head like so, this mating surface seals with a sealant, and it keeps the fuel in the combustion chamber away from the coolant that is flowing through the head right here. And then these O-rings keep the coolant and the oil separate. So you've got oil, coolant, fuel. And as you can imagine, if any of those seals break and you let coolant one way or the other, or fuel out of the combustion chamber, or oil into your coolant, it's a bad day all around. And you're right back to square one. So while we're in this deep, why not take it one step further? And it's going to be a whole lot more work. But that's down the road because, well, I never bought any cups. And I never bought any O-rings for the cups. So that's going to be ordered. But I still have to get the last 2 injectors out. And those are completely hidden behind the steering column and your brake booster. So they're going to be even more fun to pull out. They're not. That was sarcasm. I'm not looking forward to this. And I have no idea why I started this job. Yeah, I do. Because I enjoy working on diesels. It's just very labor intensive sometimes. Okay, Jesus. I am praying for a miracle. I fought the other ones. Please, please allow for these last 2 to just slide right on out ever so easily. Thank you, Lord. There's one. I'll take it. All right, last one, Lord. Be nice to me. Let it slide on out. Nice and easy. Well, I am more or less utterly defeated on this last one. I've tried every which way I can think of by myself. The only other thing I can think of is to have somebody pry on top, somebody pry on bottom, which I can't do by myself, but luckily Dad just pulled in, must not have had any problems loading semis, so hopefully he can get in here quick and help me get this last one out. Well, even with Dad, that thing probably took us another 20 minutes, but it's out. And the nice thing about it is this cylinder and that cylinder are the 2 cylinders that are buried in the firewall, and the cup's already out. So when we go to pull the rest of them, they're a little more accessible. So I'm going to give you guys a quick comparison between the 2. And I'm not exactly sure how much the camera can pick up, but that O-ring was obviously trashed. Build up. A little newer, a little cleaner. And I highly doubt you guys can see, but the point there is where there's, I think there's 5 or 6 nozzles or little holes in the nozzle, which I can see, but I know the camera can't pick it up. But just think about how much stuff is corroded on that, how there was even any fuel coming out of that nozzle.
Yeah, that's just bad.
But at least we're not pulling out good injectors and we're like, okay, maybe this wasn't our problem. At least we know.
That was definitely a problem. Now, whether it was all the problems, we don't know.
Whether it was the problem, we know it was a problem. And yet another U.S. National Park fact for you guys because, well, U.S. National Parks are pretty awesome. But Arches National Park out in Utah has more than 2,000 documented arches, some spanning upward of 300 feet. You could put a football field under some of them. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, see you in the next one.